Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are all well by the grace of Almighty. Welcome to NIEBS Home School. I am Ashis Biswas, an assistant teacher of mathematics in National Ideal English Version School, morning shift. Today, I am going to take a math class for the student of class 5. Our today's topic is chapter 14. Chapter 14, we shall discuss basic discussion for short question, because from this chapter only short question is to be selected and no CBQ is selected from this chapter. So, in this chapter we shall only discuss about the basic discussion for short question. My dear students, please open your math book at the page 152. 152. From this chapter we shall discuss only two topics, calculator and computer. Calculator and computer. So, first of all we discuss about the calculator. My dear students, first of all you notice this figure. What is this? This is one device, this is another device. These two devices called what? This is calculator. So, this figure name is calculator. My dear students, calculator. So, we need to know what is calculator. Calculator is an electronic device for simple calculation which is run by an electric battery. I repeat it again, calculator is an electronic device for simple calculation which is run by an electronic battery. My dear students, there are two types of calculator. There are two types of calculator. One is simple calculator and another is scientific calculator. From this figure you notice this first one is called scientific calculator and this second one is called simple calculator. So, this is simple calculator and this is scientific calculator. I hope you have understood. If I ask you a question, how many types of calculator, you must give me answer that there are two types of calculator. If I ask you what are they are simple calculator and they are simple calculator and scientific calculator. Now, if I ask you to in which sector simple calculator is used, simple calculator is used in our daily activities, in a small shop, in a small business. I repeat it, this simple calculator is used in at our house, small shop, small business, a small business. I hope you have understood. So, now we shall know in which sector scientific calculator is used. Scientific calculator is used in higher school to universities, and laboratories. I hope you have understood. My dear student, this is the basic of the calculator. Now, we shall ask you a question. Suppose 20 plus 20 equal to 40. Now, I ask you a question. In a working calculator, in order to get 20 plus 20 equal 40, how many buttons are pressed? Okay, I repeat this question. 20 plus 20 equal 40. In a working calculator, how many buttons will be pressed? Working, that means the calculator is switched on. So, in order to get this result, at first we press 2, that means one button. Then we press 0, another button. Then we press plus sign, another button. Then we press 2, another button. Then we press 0, this is another button. Then we press equal sign. After you press equal sign, then you get this 40. So how many buttons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to get this result, we press 6 button in a working calculator. I hope you have understood. My dear students, there are some short questions given in the right side. First all, what is calculator? We have already give you the answer. How many types of calculator and what are they? So second question is, in which sector simple and scientific calculator are used? Then number 3, 25 plus 30 equal to 55. How many button will be pressed to get this result in a working calculator, which is similar to this question. Now question number 4 is 15 minus 10 equal 5. How many button will be pressed to get this result? Now you have a question have arisen in your mind that this is not working or this is not switch off, then how can we consider this is working calculator or this is switch off calculator? If working or switch off calculator is not given, then you must consider this calculator is working. So considering working calculator, we count the button. That means 15 minus 10 equal 5. So this is one button, this is another button, this is another button, this is another button, this is another button, and this is another button. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So to get this result we press 6 button. But if a question asks you to find 15 minus 10 equal 5, how many button will be pressed to get this result in a switched off button? Then another button is needed, which is one button, So to get this result in switch off, then we need 7 buttons to press. Okay. So calculator section is done. Next we shall learn the computer section. My dear students, what is the figure? This figure is called computer. What is computer? Computer is an electronic device for calculation. Okay. Now we notice different parts of computer. What is this? This is called CPU. CPU. What do you mean by CPU? So the CPU means Central Processing Unit. Central Processing Unit. Then what is this? This is called monitor. What is this? This is called printer. What is this? This is called keyboard. What is this? This is called mouse, because it look like a mouse. What is this? Mass storage device. That means this is called memory. I hope you have understood different parts of a calculator. My dear students, if a question is come that how write some parts of computer, then you must write, first of all you write CPU, then you write monitor, after that you write keyboard, then you write mouse, then you write printer, then you write memory. I hope you have understood. But if the question asks you to write a part of a computer, then you must give that the one part of computer is CPU. CPU is the main part of a computer. CPU is the main part of a computer. So CPU is called the brain of a computer, because all other equipments of other instruments is connected with CPU by wire. So CPU is called the brain of a computer. So my dear students, these parts of computer are divided into two parts. One part is input device and another part is out device. Input device, that means we give information to computer. That means by keyboard we give information. This is an input device. By mouse we give computer information. This is also input device. Keyboard, mouse, CPU are input device. On the other hand, printer, monitor are output device. By these two instrument we get output of this input. So by when we give input in the computer and we get output by these two instrument, monitor, printer. Okay, I hope you have understood. So if question ask write two parts two input device of a computer, then you must write keyboard, mouse. If the question asks you to write some output device, you write monitor and printer. My dear students, now the question number 5 is write down some parts of computer. We have already written in the board. What is the main part of a computer? The main part of a computer is CPU. CPU means central processing unit. My dear student, this is the basic of this chapter. This is the basic of by using this basic, one or maximum two short question is come from this chapter. So if you memorize calculator and computer, then you can easily give the answer of this short question. Here 5 short question is given. These 5 short question will be your SW. My dear student, today is SW number 14. Today is SW number 14. If you have any queries or if you have any questions about my class, please make a phone call to me. My phone call is given on the board. My dear students, this is our today's lecture, and you must do your assign SW in your SW copy. Submit it regularly by your guardians or any other person in our school library within 8 AM to 4 PM in every Sunday, and collect this SW next Sunday after checking by your subject teacher. And each SW carries 2.5 marks. Your SW is checked properly. So my dear students, keep practicing at home, abide by your parents. See you soon. Till then, assalamu alaikum.